welcome to Spotlight in Bensenville. I am Frank DeSimone, Village President, and your host for this episode. Today we are discussing our 311 request and management system, which is called SeeClickFix, with our guest Joe Caracci, Director of Public Works, and Giovanna Dasek, Public Works Management Analyst. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Let's start off by saying, what is SeeClickFix and how has the response been from our residents?
So I can handle that one. So SeeClickFix is our 311 management program. So it's a web-based program that also has an app attached to it. So you can basically run this program from a tablet, a desktop, or a phone. And it's exactly what it says, SeeClickFix. So we want you to go out there and find issues that you see around town, pull out your tablet, see it, click it with a picture and identify it, and it's our job then to go try fix it. So far the response has been great. In the last 6 months, we probably get an average of 6 to 10 requests come into us each week.
Okay. How does it work?
You can access it through our website with all of our social media links at the top. It takes you to a page where you can start the process of requesting a issue to be fixed. You are required to sign up with an account, but you can keep yourself anonymous if you want to. Or if you have smart device like iPhone or iPad, whatever, Android, you can download the app and request the issue that way.
So how can I download the app?
Just like any other app, you can go to your Google or your Apple store. You can also go right to our website, and there's a link to get to them. So again, the app itself can be downloaded. You can also work on it from a desktop.
And what kind of issues can be reported?
You can report just about anything. I think we have 30 issues that are identified on the app itself. These can go anywhere from reporting a dead animal on the street to code compliance issues, property maintenance issues, non-emergency issues, right. Police issues, things like that. There's, like I said, there's 30 different categories that you can choose from.
Okay, so I just submitted an issue. What happens next?
Well, the way it works is you submit an issue and it's automatically synchronized with our internal work management system. Basically, it creates like a work ticket, and there's an email notification automation that's within the system that sort of sends out notifications to appropriate personnel and departments depending on what the issue is. So it's registered as a different number that's unique to us in the village, and all emails kind of identify what the problem is, and that way the person can respond. And it's fairly quickly. This is a minute synchronization, so it goes really fast.
So has this streamlined our approach, improved our response time with addressing all of our issues?
Oh, I think it has.
Absolutely.
And the reason why it happens is because of the email notification.
Right.
As soon as somebody inputs it onto their app or onto their phone, it comes right to our system, and it immediately generates that ticket. And it pushes notifications out to a number of people, our village manager, the directors of the department that it belongs to. It goes to, I believe, you as well.
Right.
And also to the supervisor that might be in charge of that specific type of task. So it gets pushed out to about 5 or 6 different people every time someone does it, and then it stays open until it's done. So we see that every single day. We check on our tickets every single day. It also provides us the opportunity to communicate back and forth if there's any further questions with them.
So how can residents find out a little bit more about SeeClickFix?
You can contact us at the Public Works. I can help them out.
What's the number that we can get
sorry.
hold of you? That's right.
630-350-3435 is the Public Works phone number.
Okay. We have a bunch more questions about SeeClickFix. I hope you guys have some more free time for me, not free time, but time to stay here.
Absolutely.
And we will be right back after this short commercial break.
Hi there. I want to take you on a journey through a community powered by SeeClickFix. Here, internal operations are streamlined with more intuitive, secure workflows and communications. Here, let me show you how it all works. SeeClickFix organizes, tracks, and manages service requests from everyday citizens through a single application. When they see a problem, a few clicks is all it takes to send off a service request. From there, the right people get the request and get to work. All communication and task management is seamlessly coordinated through the app. Citizens can see the work being done and even receive a follow-up message when the work is completed. It's a team effort all around, and you have the data you need to make better decisions. Cities large and small use SeeClickFix to accomplish more for their citizens with the staff, time, and budget they've already got. Get started today.
SeeClickFix is a tool to report non-emergency issues to City Hall, built to be easy to use for anyone on the go. When you see an issue, take less than a minute to report on SeeClickFix. First, hold the app and press report. Then, press the camera icon to take a picture or video from the app or your image gallery. After that, the app uses geolocation to capture your exact location, or you can manually choose your location or address using the Map tool. When you press Issue Title, you'll be able to choose from the request types that your local government provides. You'll finish up by including a brief description of the issue, such as where it is, what it looks like, and any other important information to help your local government fix the issue. Then, press Done, and then Submit, and you're ready to go. SeeClickFix, a simple and valuable way to help you build a stronger community.
Hello and welcome back to Spotlight in Bensenville. I'm Frank DeSimone, Village President, and your host for this episode. Today we're discussing our 311 Request and Work Management System, SeeClickFix, with our guest Joe Caracci, Director of Public Works, and Giovanna Dasek, Public Works Management Analyst. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Jumping right into it, can emergency situations be reported to SeeClickFix?
We really encourage you not to report emergency situations. That's what 911 is for, not 311.
Correct.
So if you think about it, again, the notification and the execution of a submitted report is immediate to us, but if you're doing it on a weekend, after hours, things like that, we're not necessarily there to respond. If you see something that doesn't look right and is a dangerous situation, please call 911. We do get people that are reporting suspicious behavior
Right.
that they see at this moment in time, and by the time someone gets it the next day or over the weekend or whatever,
Right.
that situation is resolved or dissolved, and it's not important. So please, all emergency,
Correct.
dial 911.
So will all reported issues be corrected?
I would say that we have a pretty good record of fixing all the issues that come in. Again, sometimes the requests can be unusual, and maybe it's not something that we do, but one of the benefits of this program is that we now have the ability to communicate back and forth with you. If it's something that we can't do, we now can actually text you, email you, communicate with you through the program to let you know that this is not something that we do, or a lot of times we'll get something that has to do with IDOT or DuPage County or something like that. We will let you know that we contacted them on your behalf. So it may not be something that we fix, but hopefully somebody else can.
So I get some calls about SeeClickFix, and it's the complaints are it's my rogue neighbor. He walks around the neighborhood. He takes pictures of everything because he just doesn't like his fellow neighbors or wants to rat on them. Is everything anonymous? Do they have to leave a name? Is it individuals just picking on neighbors? I mean, that's not what we want. We want, our village to look beautiful. How does that work?
There's 3 ways to submit an issue with SeeClickFix. You can do there's only a handful that you can do completely anonymously without any sort of information about yourself, and that's just to help the privacy of the issue itself. But that resident should not expect back any sort of callback or an email or notification because we don't have a way of communicating. 2 other ways is to conceal your username, basically your user online and to us, but we can still communicate with you through our Cartograph internal management system, and then there's a full-blown display of your name and your information, whatever you choose to provide out there. So there's options out there for the residents to either conceal their identity. Very few issues to do it completely anonymously, and they can absolutely disclose their info, and this helps us communicate way better. Again, that's how they can do it.
And again, fixing some problems, and I've had a rough time trying to figure this one out. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you have to give the resident with the issue a certain amount of time to comply with that problem, correct? A 30-day notice or 7-day notice. So it's not necessarily you're going to report the problem the next day it has to be fixed. Residents have a time frame to get certain things done, correct?
That is correct. A lot of those that have to do with code enforcement, property maintenance, things like that, we have to go through a process to notify that resident of what they have to do and why they're not in compliance, and then give them that ample opportunity to do that. And again, if they don't fix it, then we can bring them to adjudication, and there's a process for that. So yes, there are some of them, mostly in the Community and Economic Development Department, that require some of those processes to go through. From a public works standpoint, most of ours are fairly straightforward. We can get those done. From a non-police issue, we'll see a lot of people reporting, excessive speeding on a roadway.
Right.
Sometimes we can't do that
Right.
and immediately do it, but we and our chief can go out and evaluate it, get some radars out there, get some data, and see if it really is a problem before they try to do something.
So like a pothole, instant.
Yes,
A car parked in the lawn, a little longer.
a little longer.
Grass cutting, a little longer.
Correct.
Okay, so I just want to make sure that everybody knows that. I
Yep.
mean, we get it, but there's rules that we have to follow to get things corrected.
Right, and one of the things, again, a benefit of this program is we have the ability to post status updates
Right.
on there. So as long as the directors and the departments are following up with this weekly, whatever it might be, what I like to do, and you'll see it in some of our public works items, is if it's taking a while, or if it's going to take us a while, I have it scheduled for 3 months out. I'll put in there, it's like, we have put this in the schedule, we're going to combine it with our sidewalk program, which is scheduled for the end of September.
Makes
So at least we could put that on there so they don't expect it done in a week and don't see anything done. I can give them an idea.
So if Mr. or Mrs. Anonymous texts something and it doesn't get done in a timely manner, can we tell that anonymous person, hey, we looked at it, or because they're anonymous, we can't really communicate with them?
Again, I think that depends on how they did it. One of those three options that Giovanna mentioned, if it's completely anonymous, we have no way to contact you.
Correct.
Okay, and sometimes we'll put a comment in there as we can't contact the anonymous person. If you hide your identity, we still have the ability, we don't know who you are,
Right.
but we still have the ability to communicate with you. So that's usually our
Internal
recommended
mechanism,
one.
yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So who do I contact if I need help with SeeClickFix?
You can contact Public Works again,
Okay.
630-350-3435.
Can I reopen an issue that has been marked closed?
You can. So we've had this happen a couple of times where someone may have clicked a picture and they were looking at one thing and we might have been looking at something else that we saw to correct. And they want to go back out there and they say, I see you corrected the one thing, but you didn't correct the other. So they can reopen that ticket. It'll generate a new number for us, a new work order for us to take a look at it.
Right.
It's still combined with the original,
Okay.
so we can still track it and we can still communicate with them and all that. So hopefully we don't have a lot of reopens because that means we didn't do exactly what you wanted, but you can if you do have that situation.
So can a resident create a watch area to be notified of any issues?
Yes, it's another great feature, I think, of the software, and it's, again, you can control that on your end once you create the account. Basically, you will get notifications in your email that you put down as your user account through SeeClickFix. If your neighbor reported a pothole or dead animal or something in your vicinity, I believe it's less than a 5-mile radius or something like that, and you can change those options in the in your user account. That way, you're not getting bombarded with too many emails. But it's a nice little feature of the system.
So one more time, how can residents find out more about SeeClickFix?
You can call Public Works at 630-350-3435 on any of the operation of it. The general information on SeeClickFix can be found at our website.
Right.
Thank you for the knowledge. Thank you for joining us on the show. We'll see
Thanks
you
for
guys
having us.
next time. And thank you so much for joining us. And be sure to tune in next week for more Spotlight on Bensenville.